Hi, my name is Cheejar. I'm a model, a models coach, voiceover artist, artistic director. In fact, I would just say I'm a creative. All right, so my creative process works in different ways depending on the kind of job. So if I'm trying to be a model, my creative process starts with the job description, what you want me to do as a model. I go into research mode. I research on the kind of facial expression or whatever you want me to do, be it commercials, be it runway, the kind of, walk you want me to give for a particular outfit. So my environment, so I would say growing up, first of all, the environment I grew up in Onitsha, and it shaped me to put in the work because where I grew up in Onitsha is very Onitsha is an industrial place where people get to they work often. And how it shaped me was because of the fact that I grew up with parents that are very artistic and outspoken people, and they understand what it means to have exposure. So the little exposure they gave me and all that, I think it shaped me into being a creative person. Now, growing up and having my school in the East and even traveling to places like Lagos, Port Harcourt, Abuja, and countries like Ghana, Kenya, and so on, I have this idea of Africanism. I'm a huge fan of, showing my Africanism in whatever I'm doing. In as much as, yes, we try to do what is proper when it comes to fashion, when it comes to commercials, when it comes to modeling and so on. But I think the African in me becomes, that's basis for whatever I'm doing. I used to tell people that Johnny Chagel in me will not allow, certain things to happen. There are some things I'll say, I'm like, that Johnny Chagel in me will not, or the Igbo girl in me will not. But then again, I think my environment being in the East and being able to travel and, work with different people has put me on my toes, and I get to read often. And for the fact that I read, I picture myself in those places. And I'm a huge fan of culture and Africanism. And I think my environment has, shaped my African idea. Yes, put it that way. Modeling is a lifestyle to me. Like, I don't just do modeling as a career, like, I live it as a lifestyle. I might just want to look like this a certain way, maybe because of my mood or because of what I feel like. I just want to look like this. I just want to look a certain way because I mean that's modeling to me. It's like my lifestyle, everything about me, everything when it comes to. But I don't know. I just feel like it's just me being alive. I live and I breathe modeling. Yes, I live and I breathe modeling. It's a lifestyle. What pushed me into modeling? First of all, I was a very boyish person, and I felt like I just could be feminine a bit, and that kind of I've actually had the flair for it right from when I was in my secondary school and all that. I didn't compete for any pageant or any contest, but I was like, I didn't see modeling. I started watching America's Next Top Model as of secondary school. So was something like, okay, I like this. I wanted to do this, but I didn't know how to go about it. And finally, my boyish part and my feminine part just, got to overrule the boyish part. And voila, I went into modeling. The fact that I started teaching modeling was that I realized that I couldn't teach anything else except the Bible, mathematics, and modeling. So I'm like, why not if not? I mean, it's something that I could break down. I just know how to like it comes to me. I can make someone walk a a day unless you have a very bad posture that might take time. But I think I know how to break down moving in such a way that it's easy for you to learn and anybody can, do it. So modeling, teaching modeling, being a model, it's something that's changed my lifestyle, changed my person. Not like change, but it was a huge factor to making me a creative. So, well, my feminine side won over, though, and I felt like that's the only thing I could teach apart from Bible and maths. All right, so challenges upcoming models face that people rarely talk about. There are a whole lot, but I'll just limit it to just okay, let me just do one. First off is that people don't tell the truth about modeling. People feel they see the glam part of modeling and they don't see the work, the behind the scene part of modeling, which where you put the hard work, you do the training, the rejections, and the fact that you're not all it. Because I mean, you feel you have um very good, strong modeling features, but you're not the only one that has that same, features. There are other people that have that features, and there's a whole lot of why you when we have other people, There's a whole lot of that question, but we don't really tell ourselves the truth. We feel that, oh, because someone is lucky and they got, certain placements and they did certain jobs and they're being paid and it's favoring the models, upcoming models feel like, they need to do the same thing and, become it. And a lot of models, we have this what we call active portfolio management. So in active portfolio management, we sell a story. It's branding, it's marketing. You get they sell a story. Oh, I picked this model from the slums. Meanwhile, the model has very artistic parents or parents that have connections and so on and so forth, and they put all those things there, and people feel like, oh, from the slums to grace and all that. So they feel like, oh, it's all about the glam. If I put in the work, they might see me. Oh, what's so different about this person and me? If this person can make it, I can make it. It's usually a lie. We don't tell ourselves the truth. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and it's life. We'll all be fine. We'll be all right. Okay, I'm currently working on building a strong fashion industry in Anambra State, most especially because I think the East is working on, building the fashion industry, entertainment industry, and the fashion industry has been lagging behind. I mean, we've been having fashion seasons, and you see Lagos is very busy, you see Port Harcourt is very busy, and some other states are like, coming up to build their fashion industry. And when there's a strong fashion industry, we have a strong fashion economy growing in the states. So you see Lagos, they bring the fashion industry, doing entertainment. Their fashion industry is just, like generating wealth for, their state. And the same thing we're trying to do that in the East to build a very strong fashion industry that would bring jobs, that would, you know, bring wealth, that would, put us on the map. Because when you talk to the whites and we're like, we're trying to make introductions. Oh, hi, my name is Cheejar. I'm from Lagos, Nigeria. Because that's the only place they know. And that's the place that's been working hard to put their industry on the map. So if we work hard and we do that for the East, Anambra especially, will be on the map. And that's what I and my team are working on. And once we get that right, it will favor those that are coming up. You don't really have to travel out so far for you to like, be seen, to be heard, to be noticed. That's it.